...2022 is shaping up to be another explosive year for animated movies, with major studios releasing their standard fare to theatres and streaming services offering up an increasingly large selection. With the new year underway, it's time to look towards this exciting slate of movies, and in this video, we'll go over all the major animated releases set for this year. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does wonders in getting my content out there, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to keep up to date with all my content. At that, let's get into it. 2022 has kicked off with its first major release, Hotel Transylvania Transformania, from Sony Pictures Animation, released direct to Amazon Prime on January 14. When Van Helsing's mysterious invention, the Monstification Ray, goes haywire, Drake and his monster pals are all transformed into humans, and Johnny becomes a monster. In their new mismatched bodies, Drake and Johnny must race across the globe to find a cure before it's too late. The movie's enormous cast is led by Andy Samberg, Selena Gomez, David Spade, Steve Buscemi, Catherine Hahn, and Brian Hull, taking over the role of Drac from Adam Sandler. Releasing on Disney Plus on January 28 is the latest installment in the Ice Age franchise, and the first produced under Disney, The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. Eager for a little independence, the thrill-seeking Possum brothers, Crash and Eddie, set out to find a place of their own, but quickly find themselves trapped beneath the ice in a massive cave inhabited by dinosaurs. They are rescued by the one-eyed, adventure-loving weasel Buck Wild, and together with the help of some new friends, embark on a mission to save the lost world from dinosaur domination. It stars Simon Pegg. In spring, Disney Plus will drop a brand new hybrid live-action animated retelling of classic 1980s animated series Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, which saw the two chipmunks head an eccentric group of animal characters who monitor not only the human world, but the animal community as well, solving mysteries wherever they may be. While we haven't seen much from this one just yet, we do know that it will star John Mulaney as Chip and Andy Samberg as Dale. Headed for release on March 11 is Disney and Pixar's Turning Red. Causing some upset, it was recently announced that the movie will bypass cinemas for a Disney Plus exclusive release. Mei Lee is a confident, dorky 13-year-old, torn between staying her overbearing mother's dutiful daughter and the chaos of adolescence. And as if changes to her interests, relationships, and body weren't enough, whenever she gets too excited, which is practically always, she poofs into a giant red panda. It's directed by Academy Award winner Domi Shi and stars Rosalie Chiang and Sandra Oh. Sprinting into theatres on April 11 is Paramount's hybrid live-action animated Sonic the Hedgehog 2. After settling in Green Hills, Sonic is eager to prove he has what it takes to be a true hero. His test comes when Dr. Robotnik returns with a new partner, Knuckles, in search for an emerald that has the power to destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick Tails as they embark on a globe-trotting journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, and Jim Carrey return to their roles, while Idris Elba and Colin O'Shannessy join along. From Universal comes DreamWorks' latest original adventure, The Bad Guys, opening in cinemas on April 22. After years of countless heists and being the world's most wanted villains, Mr. Wolf and his crew finally get caught. A deal is brokered to save them all from prison. The Bad Guys will go good. Based on the blockbuster book series by Aaron Blabey, the movie stars an ensemble headed by Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Craig Robinson, Anthony Ramos, and Awkwafina. Flying into theatres on May 20 comes DC and Warner Brothers' DC League of Superpets. Crypto the Superdog and Superman are inseparable best friends, sharing the same superpowers and fighting crime in Metropolis side by side. When Superman and the rest of the Justice League are kidnapped, Crypto must convince a ragtag shelter pack to master their own newfound powers and help him rescue the superheroes. Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, John Krasinski, Kate McKinnon, and Keanu Reeves head an electric cast in this super flick for the whole family. After 2 years of delays, Disney will finally release 20th Century Animation's The Bob's Burgers movie on May 27. When a ruptured water main creates an enormous sinkhole right in front of Bob's Burgers, Bob and Linda struggle to keep the business afloat, while the kids try to solve a mystery that could save the restaurant. As the dangers mount, these underdogs help each other find hope and fight to get back behind the counter where they belong. A big screen musical comedy mystery adventure based on the Emmy-winning show. The movie stars series cast H. John Benjamin, Kristen Schaal, Dan Mintz, John Roberts, Zach Galifianakis, and Kevin Kline. The second Disney Pixar film of 2022, Lightyear, is currently set for theatrical release on June 17. Lightyear is a Toy Story franchise spin-off designed as an in-universe movie, inspired by real-life blockbusters like Star Wars. It's described as a sci-fi action-adventure and the definitive origin story of Buzz Lightyear, the hero who inspired the toy. The film is set to reveal how a young test pilot became the space ranger that we all know him to be today. Voicing the in-universe big screen version of Buzz is Captain America himself, Chris Evans. Illumination and Universal's Despicable Me prequel, Minions: The Rise of Gru, finally hits theaters on July 1, following 2 years of delays. In the heart of the 1970s, a young Gru hatches a plan to become evil enough to join supervillain supergroup The Vicious Six, with some mayhem-making backup from his loyal followers, the Minions. Steve Carell stars again as Gru, alongside a huge supporting cast, including Michelle Yeoh, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Taraji P. Henson, Alan Arkin, Danny Trejo, Russell Brand, Lucy Lawless, and Julie Andrews. Paramount Animation has recently picked up the long-gestating Blazing Samurai, inspired by Mel Brooks's classic 1974 western comedy Blazing Saddles. It will be released theatrically in the US on July 22 and exclusively through Sky Cinema in the UK, though no specific date has been set. It's described as an action-packed animated comedy, which sees Hank, a lovable dog with a head full of dreams about becoming a samurai, set off in search of his destiny. Unfortunately for him, what he finds instead is the strange and unwelcoming town of Kakamucho, where everyone else is a cat. It's set to star Michael Cera, Samuel L. Jackson, Ricky Gervais, Michelle Yeoh, and Mel Brooks. In fall, Disney Plus aims to release a hybrid live-action animated remake of the studio's 1940 classic Pinocchio. Again, we don't have too much on this one, but it's said to leverage state-of-the-art CGI to bring Pinocchio to life, and will star Tom Hanks as Geppetto, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jiminy Cricket, Cynthia Erivo as the Blue Fairy, and Luke Evans as the Coachman. It will be directed by Roger Rabbit's Robert Zemeckis. Universal are set to release the next installment in the Shrek franchise, DreamWorks' Puss in Boots 2: The Last Wish, swashbuckling its way into theaters on September 23. In the movie, Puss in Boots discovers that his passion for adventure has taken its toll. He has burned through 8 of his 9 lives. There's not much else out there on this one just yet, even a trailer, but it's set to return Antonio Banderas back to his fan-favourite role. Sony Pictures Animation are set to release the long-awaited Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 on October 7. In the first of a 2-part follow-up to 2018's Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales returns for the next chapter in an epic adventure that will transport Brooklyn's full-time friendly neighborhood Spider-Man across the multiverse to join forces with Gwen Stacy and a new team of Spider-People to face off with a villain more powerful than anything they have ever encountered. It's set to re-team Shamik Moore, Haley Steinfeld, and Jake Johnson, and also star Oscar Isaac as Spider-Man 2099 and Issa Rae as the Spider-Woman Jessica Drew. Walt Disney Animation Studios will release their end-of-year feature, Strange World, exclusively to theaters on November 23. Breaking their recent formula, this one is set to be an original action-adventure, which journeys deep into an uncharted and treacherous land where fantastical creatures await the legendary Clades, a family of explorers whose differences threaten to topple their latest, and by far most crucial mission. No cast have been announced for this one just yet, but it's directed by Raya and the Last Dragon co-director Don Hall. Following the release of their Diary of a Wimpy Kid animated film, Disney Plus will release a sequel, Diary of a Wimpy Kid: Roderick Rules, sometime in 2022, likely in December like the first. The film will likely return the same cast and follow the plot of the second book in Jeff Kinney's acclaimed series, which chronicles Greg's attempts to navigate the hazards of middle school, impress the girls, steer clear of the school talent show, and most importantly, keep his secret safe. Hitting HBO Max in December is Scoob: Holiday Haunt, set to be a feature-length spin-off of 2020's Scoob movie. To celebrate Scooby-Doo's first Christmas, 10-year-old Shaggy and the gang take him to a holiday-themed resort owned by Fred's favourite Uncle Ned. Where the park is beset by a ghostly haunting, the kids must solve a 40-year-old mystery to save the resort and show Scooby the true meaning of Christmas. The film is set to star Frank Welker, McKenna Grace, Ariana Greenblatt, Mark Hamill, and Ming-Na Wen. And rounding out 2022's theatrical slate is Illumination's Super Mario Bros. The Movie, released by Universal on December 21. Based on the classic video game series, the movie will follow Mario as he travels through an underground labyrinth with his brother Luigi trying to save a captured princess. We haven't seen any footage from this one just yet, but Nintendo and Illumination did recently reveal a full cast list, which is led by Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Jack Black as Bowser, and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Also throughout the year, Netflix plans to release a large selection of animated adventures, none of which have yet been dated or have substantial details. Wendell and Wild, a stop-motion feature from director Henry Selick, starring Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. It's set to follow two demon brothers who face off against a nun and a pair of goth teens. It is similar in style to Selick's other features, The Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline. Another Pinocchio adaptation is on its way, this time a darker take helmed by Guillermo del Toro, and starring Ewan McGregor, Cate Blanchett, Tilda Swinton, Christoph Waltz, Finn Wolfhard, John Turturro, and Ron Perlman. It's co-produced by the Jim Henson Company. Stop-motion film Escape from Hat, based on the book by Adam Klein, in which a desperate rabbit rallies an unexpected band of allies to help him escape from inside a magician's hat and return to the human boy he loves. While we don't have cast announcements, it's helmed by The Little Prince director and Kung Fu Panda co-director Mark Osborne. Nickelodeon Animation Studios' Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Movie, which will follow the recent Ninja Turtles series and will see the Turtles faced with a great challenge when a stranger arrives from the future with a warning, and they have to save the world from alien species, the Krang. And finally, Cartoon Saloon's My Father's Dragon, based on Ruth Stiles Gannett's 1948 novel, which follows a young boy named Elmer Elevator, who runs away to an island to rescue and befriend a baby dragon. Additionally, Apple TV Plus has picked up two films from Skydance Animation, originally set for 2022 theatrical release by Paramount. Luck, about an unlucky girl who, after stumbling upon the never-before-seen world of good and bad luck, must join together with magical creatures to uncover a force more powerful than even luck itself. It's directed by Tinkerbell series director Peggy Holmes and written by Raya and the Last Dragon's Keel Murray. It stars Katie DeCicco, Jane Fonda, and Whoopi Goldberg. And Spellbound, a new animated musical that follows a young girl who sets out to break the spell that has divided her kingdom in two. It will feature a soundtrack by Alan Menken and Glenn Slater, is directed by Shrek co-director Vicky Jensen, and written by Mulan 2020's Lauren Hynek and Elizabeth Martin, and Beauty and the Beast and the Lion King's Linda Wolverton. And in the UK, we have another exclusive Sky Cinema release, The Amazing Maurice, based on the wildly popular novel by Sir Terry Pratchett. In the movie, Maurice, a streetwise ginger cat, comes up with a money-making scam by befriending a group of self-taught talking rats, until they meet a bookworms called Militia in the stricken town of Bad Blintz, and their little con soon goes down the drain. It stars Hugh Laurie, Amelia Clark, Himesh Patel, Hugh Bonneville, and David Tennant. And with that, our guide to all the major animated movies releasing in 2022 comes to an end. I will of course keep you all updated on these releases and so much more in my cartoon news series, so make sure you're subscribed for all the regular updates. You may also be interested in my ongoing Cartoon Evolution series, where I chart the history, development, and evolution of all your favourite cartoon characters every month. And at that, it's over to you. I want to know, which of these are you most excited for this year? Fire away down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.